Dear Psyche, what do you think of female GoBots? Female Transformers can be controversial. Yet another way in which my species is superior to those wretched Cybertronians. The women on my team are critical to renegade operations, but Cybertronian females often seem little more than window dressing. That reminds me of our visit to Amazonia 4. I had learned that there was an object of great power there, and set off to steal it for the renegade cause. The Guardians observed my departure from Rogue Star and gave chase, arriving moments behind me in the system. Copter, Crasher, and I sallied forth, determined to find the object of power before the Guardians could. We didn't get far, though. An energy shield protected the entire world. An enormous hologram of a woman's head, wearing a metal helmet with wings, projected itself onto the battlefield. She identified herself as Artemis, Queen of the Valkyries, and told us that the first group to pass the 3 trials of Boudica would be permitted to have the object we sought. There was a catch, though. Only women could be allowed down to the planet. I sent Vamp for her strength and power, Snoop for her cunning and intelligence, and Crasher for her loyalty and speed. The Guardians sent Small Foot, Sparky, and Spay-C, along with AJ and Dr. Turgenova. Cheering Valkyries greeted them, and the games began. The first challenge was of courage. Vamp faced Sparky in what was essentially a game of chicken, with an enormous stone block falling towards both of them. Vamp, opting for prudence over martyrdom, dodged the block at the last second, while Sparky stood her ground. It turned out to only weigh a few pounds, and Sparky hefted it with ease, leaving it to a Guardian to be too stupid to come in out of a stone rain. The second challenge was one of wits. Snoop was put forth, as were Spay-C and Turgenova. Water needed to be channeled to turn a wheel to lift a gate. Snoop quickly realized that treachery was the better course of action. She allowed the Guardian and her pet to nearly complete the task, while seemingly making little progress of her own. In reality, she was building the infrastructure to steal the Guardian's flow. Having easily outsmarted her opponents, we now had a tie. The final challenge was of speed, or so it seemed. An obstacle course awaited. Crasher did her best to outdistance Smallfoot, though AJ's presence behind the wheel helped the Guardian avoid the numerous spike traps and nets. Along the way, a young girl stumbled onto the racetrack, only to be menaced by the various deadly traps. Smallfoot gave up her lead to save the child, even as Crasher roared past to the finish line. 2 renegade victories to 1 Guardian victory. But wait, the final challenge wasn't of speed after all, but of honor. The backstabbing vixens awarded total victory to the Guardians, and my troopers were returned to my thruster. Only much later did my spies tell me that my defeat hardly mattered. The object of great power was a scroll, full of ancient wisdom such as, "It is better to be honorable than victorious," and "She who flinches in the face of danger is no true warrior." What a waste of effort for such piddling claptrap! Though Smallfoot and her crew didn't seem disappointed, more fool them.